right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here with losers round 3. This is Vintage versus Onyx, and we're playing on Hotel, and I'm joined by Rich.
I believe we're playing on Hydro, if I'm not mistaken.
Hydro.
My H's get mixed up all the time. There's no need to stress, no need to worry. I'm excited as this is the first Hydro I've casted at this LAN, and you don't see it too often, but I'm excited to see how these players interact with the water in the map and take advantage of some of the angles and roads that they can go through as Morph will take out Rezi to get things started off for Onyx.
Yeah, I've actually seen Newlook Onyx play this map once before up against Grimace Gremlins, and they completely kicked butt. Morph even played it without his headset being on, and he was still doing exactly the same as he did now. So yeah, Morph with headphones, I'm sure is going to be doing some really good stuff. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I'm seeing Dakker now taking the advantage of the water, rotating around. Rezi getting onto objective and getting some points for Vintage as Onyx looks to rotate through. Killrook rotating through the water, but Rezi shutting it down. The lifeguard is on duty, and this is adult swim time, ladies and gentlemen, as Onyx rotates in, clears out P1. Vintage able to get a nice rotation onto P2. They get set up. Morph taking the high ground with the GOAT, and beautiful headshots from Morph there.
And just one pixel is enough for Morph. Oh my goodness, give him more, and he will definitely kill him even faster. Dakker alone in the backside with Rezi. Rezi was a huge player for his team in the last game. Can he do it again? No. Instantly going to be getting found out. No, actually, he is still up there for just a little bit. Time to strike for Rezi is going to be now. And he goes. Derek the GOAT down for the count. Morph now falling quickly after. And oh my goodness, Rezi finds a way. The sleeper cell has been activated, and he has gotten a lot of great time for his team now.
Yeah, I don't know what his code word was, but you said it. Double headshots on Hydro for Onyx as they get back on point in this back and forth matchup thus far, with Onyx taking the slight lead. Vintage looking to get set up on P3 here as they quickly get taken out. Derek the GOAT getting in there as they try to hold on the outside. Up top, an interesting head glitch. I didn't even know you could shoot with that jump shot as Killrook holds, trying to gain a larger lead for Newlook with a quick melee to Arimes. Point blank, Killrook running out of ammo, the pistol whip, Killrook going absolutely insane.
Oh my goodness, after he gets his beauty sleep, the dude has awakened to exact his vengeance on the world, dude. Oh my goodness. Killrook, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely ridiculous. Newlook Onyx still looking pretty good, getting a decent amount of hill time for what this hill is. Killrook lying in wait in the water and going right back down. And so now, this rotation looking pretty good for Newlook, chilling it out just so that their opponents can be nice and stuck on the opposite side of the map from the next hill that's going to be popping in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and we see that again. We see this happening again for Vintage. Rezi popping off at 10 and 8. The rest of Vintage have got to step it up big time if they're going to want to take the lead from Onyx here. As Killrook just did everything. Got to kill with the pistol, the Vastnev, and the melee. Just impressive all around. As Solar holds on point. Morph in the back, protecting the flanks. Pixyz and company trying to rotate through now on Broken. Solar getting one, but cannot get others. Morph going down. Killrook contesting, popping up, but going right back down into the dirt as Derek the GOAT tries to rotate in from high ground. As Onyx has their lead dwindling to just 26 points. We'll see if they can make it a little further as GOAT sneaks in. Onyx doing a beautiful job of containing the push from Vintage.
Yeah, I mean, Vintage, I'm honestly credit to them for making the game this close, even though they are getting thoroughly outslayed. I'm looking at the KDs, and it is not a pretty sight right now. Hopefully they can get those numbers up a little bit. Otherwise, Newlook Onyx are just going to be running around rampant on them. Lord Derek, 8 kills in a row now, streaks for him, and it is starting to look like this game is about to be not as close as it originally was. Newlook Onyx starting to come out to a massive lead. Derek, not the most cash money of grenades I've ever seen, throwing it back out and onto Killrook, but yeah, oh man, what a nade.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to get it out of your face, and sometimes you accidentally throw it at your teammate. And I'm getting this just in from our production team, ladies and gentlemen. Dak and Morph used to be teammates and they got second on the previous LAN together, so it's a bit of a revenge game, I believe, for Dak going up against his former teammate Morph. So we'll see who will be the better here. Pixyz with a tough TK on Dak, and Morph going down to Arimes as Newlook continues to hold this point in generators. They are up 120-60, a near double point differential as Onyx continues to annihilate here in Hydro. Morph with a nice two-piece. Solar rotating out, preventing those pushes, and going down to Arimes now as we reset to P1. Killrook is there and waiting for Vintage to rotate onto point.
Yeah, Vintage getting massively outslayed in addition to massively out-rotated. It's just looking so good for Newlook. This is why they played this map so much in the group stages as well. This is a map that they have a lot of comfortability on. And honestly, I'm a little bit shocked that this is something that Vintage did not see coming, considering that they have been in there the whole time with them. But I mean, you got to play with the hand that you're dealt at this point. Newlook Onyx really starting to come up to a massive lead. P2 spawns as well. I'm starting to struggle to see the pathway back into this one for Vintage.
You and I the same, sir, as it's approaching the 100-point differential. Morph's still on the 3 streak, but it was a 1 streak or higher for all 4 players of Onyx at one point. So Newlook is they just got to keep doing what they've been doing on these rotations, which is beating out Vintage and getting those clean headshots like Solar just did on Arimes. Dakker able to get the trade. Killrook, though, with a massive rotation. Could not get the 3-piece this time, but definitely disrupts the push from Vintage here. Solar cleaning it up as Dakker goes down, but Arimes finding a way to push into objective, taking out Morph. Gets Solar. Killrook, of course, disrupting it once again as the 100-point differential is secured from Onyx once again.
Rezi trying to have a repeat performance on his last P2, getting a flank, but this time it will be caught out by Derek the Goat. No last-minute shenanigans for Rezi this time on P2. And with this, Onyx will go 130 points clear of their opponents and surpass the 200-point margin as well. Things are starting to look quite grim for Vintage as Newlook Onyx from this point forward can win off of any of the remaining hills and can even win off of breaks off of any of the remaining hills, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Rezi got caught on the spawn, trying to rotate in on scrap time. It was a tough break. Should have just rotated to next point, but you live with the decisions you make. Morph up top has the trophy system down. Dakker is down below, but Morph is going to drop in and start securing pointage. Arimes holding in the water. Morph going down. Solar still on point with Derek the Goat providing cover from on high, but Arimes pushing in. Killrook with the nade takes out Pixyz, and Vintage just can't seem to get a breakthrough onto objective. Morph with a huge 2-piece as Killrook rotates with the Deddy. Arimes might have heard the shots, but I guess he didn't. Morph taking him out. Killrook still with that Deddy running out and protecting Morph on point. They won't be able to win on this one, but they prevent Vintage from scoring a single point on this objective so far.
Yeah, if I'm Vintage, I'm looking where I'm at and I'm saying, all right, guys, enough gunfighting. Let's go to the next objective because Killrook's going to try and meet us there anyway. We got to set up, and no one, not a soul, is watching the most obvious route through the middle of the map. Dakker about to get shot in the back any minute now, but either way, Killrook, wasn't a good spot, but Dakker with a huge moment does find him out. And now they will be able to get a very much needed amount of time, at least managing to avoid the 100-point club more than likely. Cruise missile coming in, trophy system should save them, and yes, indeed, it does not save Arimes, but everyone else on the objective that matters, it does.
Yeah, Morph up top looking for the pay on Pixyz, and Pixyz going down. Morph trying to stay up, stay alive, taking out Arimes, going for the 3-piece Morph, morphing into an absolute monster on the objective as Newlook could lock it down here and secure the W. The 3 streak from Morph, Killrook on the 20 bomb, Derek on the 20 bomb, and Morph on the 20 bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this one is all over. Onyx gonna run away with it as Morph continues to annihilate, gets the last second streak, 250-98, 152-point differential. What a start for Newlook Onyx in this series.
And they do hit the 100-point club here as well. Newlook Onyx on a map that they're very comfortable with, showing everyone how it's done once again, and why you should never, ever play Hydroelectric up against them. Morph ending things off in style as well with a 6 spree.
Look at the non-traded. 22 for Morph, 20 for Dakker, 18 for Killrook. You're gonna win out no matter what. 3 players with a minute plus hill time as well for Newlook Onyx. I mean, Morph was dominating. They felt like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if I do say so myself right there.
Yep, definitely. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to be going into Hotel. This is a map that Vintage, we've seen them on, not necessarily in Search and Destroy, but they did do a pretty good job in the last series on Hotel, if I do remember correctly. Onyx, for them, pretty much this entire land from what I've seen, it's been some pretty close Search and Destroys, even up against a team like Grimace Gremlins, who got basically DFR'd, almost DFR'd. And so this has been, needless to say, a little bit of a weak point for them. Vintage, the only time we've seen them, they have won all of their Search and Destroys. So this may be an opportunity for Vintage to get back in this game up against Onyx. Going into Expo, it's one that can be a little bit of a mixy situation, but typically I would probably think that Onyx would have a better opportunity on that. They're a little bit more experienced, and it's a little bit of a knowledge gappy type of map. So with that being said, I think Vintage's best opportunity to get anything going and avoid a 3-0 is to win this map.
Absolutely. They have to bounce back in a big way here. I mean, Onyx was just killer in that hard point. They had the rotations. They were beating them out in those 1v1 engagements and getting those huge streaks we saw from Goat and Morph. Absolutely incredible plays from them, and I'm excited to see how they fare in the SND against Vintage. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after a quick break. We're getting a few things set up, so don't you dare touch that dial. We'll see you soon. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Breenberg Hotel's the map. SND is the mode. It's my bread, my butter, my sugar, my cream, my everything. When it comes to casting, I'm here with the one and only Kyle. Kyle, how are you feeling today, and are you ready for this SND deadliness coming at us hot and ready?
Oh, I am so ready for the Search and Destroy between Onyx and Vintage. This is honestly, in my opinion, what could prevent Vintage from getting 3-0'd. If not, then I think that this could be a very quick series. Rezi opening things up with a solid snipe onto Morph, almost a follow-up onto Solar, but 2 kills do go back the other way.
Yeah, really great start for Onyx. They're able to win out the trades, Pixyz and Dakker, in a tough situation as they try to rotate up. Derek the Goat in mid's gonna catch Pixyz slacking, as Derek the Goat looks to get some more with this one. Killrook holding up top on hotel room. Dakker has to hold in the corner on the valet desk. I think might just be waiting this one out. Doesn't want to push out and has to make something happen here. Going through the the hallway, but whiffs that snipe. It's just a tough 1v3. It's not looking good for Vintage here.
Yep, he really wants to kill into Solar, but he's just not going to be able to find it, it seems. Solar denying the kill still, even to the bitter end. No!
The nade trade to finish!
He does get the nade, but yeah, does get the nade, so at least they don't get perfected, but Newlook Onyx still starting it off right in the S&D.
Absolutely. Nade for nade. Derek the Goat down the elevator, and it dings on Dakker's floor for a perfectly placed nade as Dakker gets obliterated. Killrook was rushing up for the melee. What an incredible start to this as Onyx continues to cook. Derek the Goat 2-0. Like you said, a near flawless round, but luckily the nade prevents that.
Yep, and for those of you guys that are just tuning in, this is Losers Round 3, aka the fight for top 4. And so, we're getting down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. We need a little bit of support from the chat. Who do you guys want to win? Give me a hashtag Vintage for Vintage, and a hashtag We Will Rook You for Newlook Onyx.
Killrook with a solid 2-piece on a 3-0 themselves as Vintage finds themselves once again with their backs against the wall. Pixyz and Arimes evening it up. It's 2-2. Bomb is planted, so pressure now back to Newlook. We'll see if Morph and company can get this kill. Looking away at the last second. Unfortunately, that Vasnev's going to beat out the sniper 9 times out of 10 in the close range as Derek the Goat looks for the clutch in the 1v2. Arimes going down. Pixyz up top, though. 10 seconds left on the clock. I don't think Dakker is going for the defuse. He's going for kills, but gets caught on the ladder. No, sir. You have to be at least this tall to climb the ladder, and he gets shunted off of it.
Yeah, solid return round coming in here for Vintage, as well as shutting down the ace potential for Dakker. That would have been pretty disgusting if he was able to pull that off. He would have been 4/6 of the way to his streak, but now things are well and truly reset after that rough first round. And so, Vintage, I'm curious as to what they're going to be doing on the defensive side here. Obviously, Newlook Onyx, they just pretty much blitzed him down, took control of her bedroom, all that stuff. And so I'm really thinking that they're probably going to send someone towards the middle of the map to make sure they don't just get run down like that again.
Yeah, and it looks to be a 3-person push to Alpha as Dakker the GOAT tries to get the rotation through mid. He's going to have to contend with Pixyz and takes them out. Beautiful close range encounters as Dakker the GOAT is able to take them out. Arimes taking out Morph, and Vintage now starting to cook Killrook and the GOAT. Gotta stay up. Killrook alone on objective. GOAT trying to rotate. Rezi checking hallway. No one there as the GOAT gets slaughtered. It's all up to Killrook in a 1v3, going for the defuse. He's getting shot in his little toesy woesies. Those piggies won't make it to market, ladies and gentlemen. Killrook staying up, going into the mid lane. Dakker going down. Killrook gotta get there. Arimes going for the defuse. The dive, he stops it. Arimes going down. Are you kidding me? Come on, Onyx. 2-1.
Oh my god.
What an insane clutch from Killrook. 6-1. He must be standing 6'1". Arimes getting shot in his toes as well. Going straight for the grippers, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, this guy is just unreal. That's the second time now in the last few series that we've cast him in that he has been in hopeless situations, but he has still managed to pull it out somehow. I have no idea how he was able to maneuver his way through that one.
Insane.
Just pure skill, just born that way, just better. That's Killrook.
Yeah, chat, you're absolutely right. That nap awoken something in Killrook. He saw it on stream and he's like, no mas, they ain't gonna catch me sleeping on this one, and they definitely haven't. Solar getting things started off right for Onyx. Pixyz whipping the shots and gets caught. Could have had the 2-piece. Unfortunate there.
Oh, the nerves are definitely showing. Like I said, it's getting down to the wire here, and mistakes are going to be absolutely inexcusable as Vintage will now fall to Newlook Onyx. You could have had me fooled if I told you that this was their statistical worst mode, but clearly they're still a little bit better at it than Vintage.
Yeah, Dakker the GOAT going for a quick spin-a-rooney. It was going to make me pass out with how fast he was spinning as players just build up their deady. There's the defuse, ladies and gentlemen. Newlook Onyx continuing to annihilate here in the hotel.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I saw some shaky shots from Pixyz on that one. That should have been probably a 2-piece there, and with that completely changes the round. So I'm starting to think that Vintage getting a little bit nervous. That's something that you can see on LAN above anything else. When you're face to face with your opponents, not so tough as you normally are. And so Vintage definitely got to cool it down a little bit and start hitting their shots a little bit more. It's still a very, very winnable game here for Vintage. Pixyz sitting in the corner. Pinch out play coming, but they're going to go in a little bit. No, they're actually not going in prematurely at all, and they're just going to run him down. Pixyz just getting pinched out completely. Rezi getting smacked as well. And with that, Arimes is alone against 4.
Morph going down. Arimes makes it a 1v3. Slightly helping himself out, but Newlook has this locked down. The GOAT spotting him. Those weird-looking eyes on the GOAT are too powerful, and he had the high ground only barely, but still a 4-1 lead now. Vintage has to find a way to pump the brakes on this, reorganize, find a way to break through this incredible performance from Newlook Onyx. Dakker the GOAT sitting at 7-2 so far after 5 rounds. We'll see if this can continue into the 6th, but I don't see how Vintage is going to stop this one.
Well, they can still stop it. It just depends on what learning they took from these previous rounds. How are they going to be stopping these very similar pushes that Newlook Onyx is doing and getting successful every single time? Well, they're going to have to figure that out when they're back on the defense. Going on the offense, now it seems that Newlook Onyx they're picking up on what they're putting down. Morph about to get the full flank on him, but Rezi stops it dead in his tracks. Gotta check that corner, and no, they don't. Derek the Goat getting a free two-piece, and now maybe getting a free streak. Throwing a nade onto Rezi, almost getting him. That was picture-perfect placement if Rezi didn't move. And so now, that push, it's a little bit dead, but Rezi gonna look to resuscitate it.
We'll see if Rezi can make some magic happen. Killrook looking for it, goes down to the headshot here at the Headshot Hotel, and now a 1v2 for Rezi. We've seen Rezi pop off before. Can they do it again? Rezi, no! Going down to the GOAT once more. The numbers game finally catching up. It's already match point Onyx. This one looks like it's going to be over early as Derek, the GOAT, standing tall at 10-2. Rezi could not rotate to cover in time. A valiant effort, but it's cut short.
Yeah, to be fair to Rezi, that was almost incredibly heroic. He was so close to getting that ace, and if he did, Derek wouldn't have had streaks anymore either. It would have been a much closer game, but Newlook Onyx looking to put this one to bed very, very quickly. And yeah, honestly, if this does go on to Expo, I just based on what I've seen so far, I think that Newlook Onyx will probably take it as well. So Vintage, you gotta dig deep, you gotta find a win, otherwise you might be heading home.
Yeah, Derek the Goat holding in mid. He's gonna run into Arimes first, but Rezi able to sneak in the headshot on Morph, prevent the plant. Absolutely huge. Solar looking for the trade, but will not find it. Derek the Goat gonna run into Pixyz and go down, and now Vintage is putting a stop to it. Solar and Killrook have to step up big time now to get the win here. Vintage can gain back some momentum. Solar to take out Rezi in the hallway. Now we find ourselves in a 2v2 situation, a classic gunfight scenario as it all comes down to this. Newlook's going to be able to get that plant onto Alpha, but Solar will take out Dakker before the plant, and Pixyz all alone in this 1v2, Kyle.
Pixie. He's got one down. Killrook in the same exact spot. He's got to figure this out. He's going to manage to give him the slip, but Killrook, dead silence is going to be procced. This is the moment. He's going for the knife, ladies and gentlemen. Can he get the assassination as well? He's on track to get it. Knife in hand. Killrook looking for him, but he goes a little bit too deep on that one. And so, barely, just barely, Pixie will keep his team alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, Killrook started playing with his food, but the food started fighting back. Pixyz on the 3 streak there, almost getting the ace themselves and keeping Vintage alive. It's a 5-2 game. Can Vintage mount the comeback and put a stop to Newlook Onyx here? It's time to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Still match point Onyx, but it all comes down to this. Vintage has to carry that momentum from that round 7 into round 8 and use it with impunity and just go for it here.
Just gotta take this one round at a time. We saw Newlook Onyx do it earlier, where they did a literally a full sail up against the team earlier. Wondering if Vintage has that same mindset. Either way, Bomb looking to go down soon. Not the most amazing amount of Overwatch. Seeing the gun poking around the corner, almost killing 2 people with one fell swoop there. Bomb does go down from Arimes. He's even going deeper into their own home third. This is crazy amount of real estate that Arimes has been given. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, Morph still holding up top. Solar rotating in through mid, trying to find an angle into this bomb. Army's holding back. I think he's got to get more involved. He's got to rotate up top, start causing some disruption in that hotel room. Rezi able to take out Killrook. Dakker holding in the rear. Rezi starting to pop off as the GOAT goes down. Morph now pushing in. Army's getting involved finally as Solar is all alone in a 1v3. Trying to hold on objective. Army's has the high ground now. Rezi going down. Solar won't have enough time as Vintage will force a 5-3, but Solar going absolutely God mode. Was able to clutch it up, but it sadly came too late.
So close there from Solar, but Vintage just did enough to avoid the humiliating loss that would have ensued if he just world starred all of them back to back with enough time remaining. But either way, Vintage still looking alive, but Newlook Onyx, it's just a matter of time, I feel. They literally need one more round. I know they've got the coolness factor about them. Let's see what they do. Are they going to be going for a little bit of an unexpected B hit? That seems to be the case.
Yeah, Morph gonna try to distract on Alpha. Pixyz all alone on Bravo once again. Solar getting that kill, and now it's a free push into B.
Pixyz, the only one there, getting caught out as well. Cruise missile coming in, letting them know if anyone's on the rotate. And Solar's already there. Solar dumpstering Dakker, and all that's left is Arimes on the flank. Dead Silence will be ahead now. He's got to get the ace. He almost had one before. Can he do it now? Killrook and Solar say no way, not today. And Newlook Onyx taking a 2-0 lead in the series now.
Huge game for Onyx there. Like we were saying, if they take this S&D, we don't know how Vintage is going to win in the control. Solar finishing 11-5 with this beautiful head glitch shot. The TAC-56 just posted up and put the lead down the range. 7+ non-traded kills for Newlook Onyx out of 3 of the 4 players. That's just going to be an easy win scenario no matter who you are. Beautiful job all around from Onyx as we get control loaded up on the Expo. If you're Vintage, Kyle, what's going through your head right now?
I'm thinking, all right, guys, we just got to forget about everything that just happened in the series, but obviously take the learning from it as well. Don't focus on the bad, but focus on how are we going to make some good out of this. Like, going into this map, it's a little bit of a knowledge-checky map, which is why I'm probably saying more than likely got picked by Onyx. Killrook, Derek the GOAT, these guys, from what I can tell, these guys are a lot more experienced. I've casted these guys on multiple lands. And so this map definitely rewards people that know how to play it a little bit more. If you don't know how to play it on the offhand, you will be getting spawn trapped on the attacking side. It is pretty much a foregone conclusion, and so that's just why I was saying it would be the best opportunity for them to make a possible win for them in the series if they were able to win that hotel, because a team like Onyx, well-coordinated and well-knowledgeable on this map, it's going to be very hard to beat.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. I honestly don't see how Vintage is going to be able to stop this massive amount of momentum swinging into Expo for Onyx. It's just the 2-0 start was just... there's no other way to describe it other than pure dominance. They were clean, precise, and efficient in hardpoint. They messed up a little at the end of that S&D, but they were able to finish strong, prevent the comeback, halt any momentum that Vintage was trying to build into this control as we get Expo loaded up, ladies and gentlemen. We're on to round 3. Onyx looking to 3-0 here. Vintage trying to stay alive. I'm excited to just see Morph and GOAT pop off. Killrook had a slightly quieter game last time, but still had that huge 3-piece for the clutch. So I'm just excited, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you are too.
Oh, I'm definitely excited at the very least. But, yep, Vintage on the defending side. They'll be able to at least see how Newlook does it and try and formulate a response based off of that. The defending side is the one that you want to be on, but definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of those bullets from Solar as he gets first blood.
Arimes here trying to break into Alpha. Goes down to Killrook as Newlook tries to hold and cap Alpha first. This Alpha point so hard to hold and push into. Just from the two sides that can be pushed into, it makes it difficult to hold because the enemy team can just hold on the outside and prevent the capture if the attackers are holding on the inside. And now we flip over to B. Derek the GOAT and Killrook already there with a 3-person hold, looking for the quick cap on B. Rezi trying to prevent.
Yeah, looking like this is going to be a pretty quick affair over on B. Rezi going to try and prove me wrong on that one. Arimes as well, maybe not quite. Derek the GOAT standing him up once again as a full team wipe. Looking to make some extensions out here. They've definitely got this B cap, and yep, out they go. Newlook looking to make this quick transition onto this objective they already have a quick cap on.
Yeah, Morph getting rotated on by Pixyz, or by Arimes, excuse me. Pixyz trying to stay up. Solar gonna go down. Dakker with those beautiful shots through mid across the pool. No running in the pool area, ladies and gentlemen. Please be safe, and don't forget your towels. Derek the GOAT and Morph both scoring kills, 20-19 in lives. Vintage still keeping it close, going kill for kill, but time is on Newlook's side. 1:40 still left on the clock.
Yep, Newlook definitely pressuring Vintage very hard in their home third. Armies getting away with murder there. Woo! Derek, oh no! Armies giving the dip dives and the weaves. Every single good move pulling out of the pocket of Armies. And so now, it's honestly looking like things are stabilizing for Vintage. They do still have quite a lot of lives to go, and definitely have a little bit of better flank watching to do. But by and large, they're trading out evenly enough to where Newlook can't get a succinct hold on this objective.
Yeah, they're doing a phenomenal job on the defensive side of things. Newlook can't seem to break through. Solar trying to get in there. Derek the GOAT and Solar now pushing in. Just as I said that, there's the team wipe. This is the time for Onyx to 4-stack, and they do. What a huge push from Onyx, and that's round 1 to Onyx. What an insane absolute turnaround. We were saying, oh, Vintage is keeping it close. Vintage is bouncing it out. Nope, just a quick team wipe. Derek the GOAT and Solar pushing through and locking it down.
Yeah, man, just as I said they were starting to stabilize, they all go down at once. Just well executed from Onyx. This just goes to show you they are very knowledgeable on this map. They know how to go and win on the attacking side, which... Fun fact, it's not a very easy thing to do. This map is very defender-sided for those of you guys that don't know too much about this map. And the fact that Vintage did go ahead and lose their first defending side is a big, big dagger in their hearts.
Yeah. I mean, it was so close. Everything felt so balanced, and then in a moment's notice, it just all went wrong. It's like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and at the worst possible time, Derek the GOAT with a big 4 streak, and the 2 pieces get things started, and there's the team wipe. Once again, Alpha was getting capped, but no more progress here. Solar clearing it off as Vintage has to full reset and try to push to B.
Yep, they're going to try and do basically the same opening that Newlook Onyx did. If you notice, Newlook, they went and got as many takes as they could on A, then made the quick transition over to B. Although, unlike Newlook Onyx, they weren't able to get a singular tick, so they're just going to have to make their way over to B. But also, unlike Newlook, they're not even able to get a singular tick onto B, so this is starting to get a little bit disconcerting. One more full team wipe like that, and Newlook Onyx could definitely keep them stuck up in their spawn for the rest of this half.
Yeah, the GOAT. Shout out to my boy on the 9 streak, looking for that 10. Rezi trying to rotate up. Derek holding, though, waiting to get that regen going, and now rotating back. Rezi trying to get something going for Vintage. They're down 24-19 in lives, as Dakker's holding back in spawn here. Has got to get up to Alpha and help assist Pixyz and Arimes. Solar Morph clearing it off, though. Dakker on the outside, Pixyz is in there. Derek the GOAT hitting the 10 streak, ladies and gentlemen. An absolutely insane stat line. It's the first double-digit streak I've seen at this land. Make it 11. Who's gonna stop the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen? Army's going down. There's another team wipe. 23-11 in lives. Onyx just rolling.
Yeah, man, Derek, 12 kills now in a row. This guy is insatiable.
God.
He's got a bloodlust that just cannot be answered. He's just unsatisfiable, this guy. He's looking for more. Derek coming up top. Killrook looking to give him a little bit of assistance where assistance is needed as well. A is going to be stopped for the time being, so there will still be some time for Derek to go in and get some more kills. Derek looking for the final guy on the objective, and Morph going to be beating him to the punch on Dakker. And with that, we'll give one final opportunity for Vintage over on B. Just kidding. Solar already there, already stopping him. And with that, should be the end of this round in the favor of Onyx.
Derek the GOAT on a 14 streak, ladies and gentlemen. He finally goes down to the Rezi headshot as they get onto Bravo, but only for a moment. A 14 streak. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Derek the GOAT has the name for the reason. Killrook with the final kill, jumping up, just waiting to strike on Rezi, playing with his food with that Vastiff 9K. Good bloody round from Onyx there, ladies and gentlemen. Insane 14 streak. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. I can't believe it.
Now, don't quote me on this, but I swear that has to be a LAN center record from any of the LANs that we've hosted here. That has to be the highest streak. So Derek probably should get a plaque on the wall for himself with a kill record next to his name at the very least. Even if he doesn't win the LAN, definitely going to have a little bit of an accolade coming out of it. Rezi just getting run down. Newlook Onyx, they smell blood in the water, and they are about to go for a feeding frenzy on this A objective.
Yeah, they already have that second progress bar. Looking for the third, capping this point early. Army's rotating in. The tough teammate from Pixyz, and now contesting. Pixyz trying to make up for that costly TK. Killrook holding, goes down to the knife. Derek the GOAT, though, is there to save it, and Alpha looks to be capped. Derek the GOAT holding strong, and there it is. Only 3 lives lost for Onyx there on that first point. Absolutely insane. I don't think Vintage is going to come out on top on this one. I hate to say it, but Pixyz and company are just getting rolled right now.
It is looking very grim indeed for Vintage, but they do still have one last opportunity to prevent a 3-0 on top of a 3-0. This hold on B has to be good. It has to be perfect. And it's going to require a lot from main man Rezi, the supplier of so many kills, so many clutch up moments for them in every series prior to this, and Arimes as well. Only 5 kills, gonna try and double that now, but nope, not gonna be able to do anything up against Morph and Derek. Already on B, looking to get even deeper into their spawn, looking to proxy them off and allow his teammates to get even further in. I don't think they're even going for B. I think they're just going for extra kills here. They definitely could have capped it by now. They're just being a little bit mean-spirited, just going for an extra nice stat line up against Rezi, rubbing it in as they look to send Vintage home.
Yeah, Killrook getting a nice 2-piece. Solar holding strong. A 4 streak for Killrook. I mean, just an insane game as they are slowly finishing this off. 8 lives left for Vintage, and only 8 lives have been lost for Onyx this round. Solar holding. Army's trying to break through. Solar now hopping off the point. Army's pushing in, gonna try to contest, but quickly taken out as this one is all over. Pixyz goes down, and I think Vintage left a little early there, and that's to be expected. Newlook Onyx, 3 O's in control and 3 O's in the series. Wow, what a game, what a match.
And did I call it or what? Did I or did I not say that this is a map that Newlook Onyx probably wins? Absolutely was I correct on that one. Killrook, Solar, Morph, and Derek, disgustingly good performance, especially Derek, 22-5. I did get a little bit of an update that is actually not the LAN Center record. Someone somehow got 20 kills at some point, but I mean, still, that is a ridiculously good stat line. 14 kills in a row for Derek, and in an offense style, and they will be moving on to face the winner of Infinite eSports in Cerberus.
That's going to be a fun match, too. What an incredible series of games we've had, and the night isn't over by any means. Well done, Newlook. I would be nervous if I'm facing them next after they just 3-0'd in the control, dominated SND, Hardpoint didn't even feel close at times, and Newlook just rolled through. What an incredible series for Newlook Onyx. I keep saying it. Just keep calling me Mr. Incredible. I don't care. GG's all around.
All right, and I did get a little bit of info from our production that Infinite did go ahead and beat Cerberus, and so we are going to be seeing Roblox Kid going up against Derek the GOAT, Vader as well. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a really fun game coming up. Definitely don't want to miss out on that one, ladies and gentlemen. You want to see Roblox Kid versus Derek? Definitely tune into this next game. I do believe this is going to be the last game for us, though, so it's going to be final goodbyes for me and Rich. Rich, before we go, where can everybody find you?
People can find me at just big_rich_x on any social media platform, on Facebook, Tumblr, MySpace, Twitter, the Twitch, all over the place. And yourself, sir, where can people find your beautiful chiseled jaw on the internet?
Well, thank you. You can find me at Comica_18 on Twitter, because Comica_ somehow is already taken, and Comica_ on Twitch as well, on the rare occasion I'm on that. But on that note, Rich, it's been a blast, dude. We're going to hand things back over to Graf and Chef. People, don't go anywhere. We are about to see the winners finals. Don't go anywhere.